This is the unbelievable destruction in Redwood Valley. This is just north of our house. Over to my right, over here is Frey Winery. It was also completely destroyed. Grapes seem to survive, but their infrastructure, everything else is completely gone. All these houses along here, dozens of houses. And ironically, the house that Emily and I nearly purchased was right in this neighborhood somewhere. Not quite sure where. Everything is completely unrecognizable at this point. All these homes that were here, gone. No landmarks left. Frey Winery on the right here is completely destroyed. And every single house on this side of the road, actually both sides of the road, are completely destroyed. It's staggering, absolutely staggering. It's quite a scene. This is the main, I think that's one of the main entrances to Frey Winery. Everything's gone, both sides of the road. I believe we had 425 homes destroyed here in Redwood Valley, and about another 250 or so outbuildings, structures that were completely ruined. And this just goes on and on and on. And thankfully, we were just, and I mean just, south of where the fire came through this valley. It came through running east to west, driven by those 50, 60 mile an hour winds. I'm looking up at this peak over here to the left. You can't really see through the trees. Kind of can here, but everything is just absolutely, completely devastated. This fire ended up being, I believe, 38,000 acres, something like that. At least 8 confirmed people lost their lives here in Redwood Valley. This is a very small community. We know a lot of these people, and yeah, this is just one of quite a few major fires that happened, that started on October 9th. And it's just incredible to see this kind of devastation. Santa Rosa got hit really hard, but there was a lot of there was not a lot of information about Mendocino County and the destruction and the fatalities and everything else up in our neck of the woods. This used to be our favorite swimming hole right here that we had discovered this summer. Everything around here is just completely burned down to the ground. More homes, just home after home after home up here. As I said earlier, I think the homes destroyed up here was about 270, and another couple hundred outbuildings. Again, here's Frey Winery. A lot of the grapes did okay, some of them perished, but the winery infrastructure is completely gone. And there's a lot of people that are hurting right now with this kind of destruction. It's just unbelievable. Both sides of the valley here. And again, cannot stress how blessed we were to be just south of this massive destruction. What can you say? You know, as I said earlier, we almost bought a house up here, and just passed that a short while ago, and that house and every single house up here is gone. And this just goes on for miles and miles. Look at this, just complete destruction. Another really sad thing about this, what you're looking at right here, this creek is the very upper end of the Russian River watershed where we live. And as a water quality scientist, I can tell you that this is going to be devastating for all the watersheds. All this ash and sediment is going to wash into all the creeks here. And then again, this is the Russian River, which is a major salmonid stream here. So this is probably going to kill off all the steelhead and salmon runs, or at least the next year, which will impact everything 5 or so years down the road. Just on and on, miles and miles of destruction. Again, you can see on the right, this is still part of Frey Winery. Here's the main entrance to Frey. Structures are gone up at Frey. Everything on both sides of the creek here, Russian River watershed, are gone. It's an incredible tragedy, and this is one of 21 fires that started, and many of them merged together. Here's another section, neighborhood that just, neighborhood after neighborhood burned. And then you have a random lucky person like us, their house is standing, everything around them burned, right, left, upslope, downslope, burned, everything. Incredible. This is the east side of Redwood Valley, and there was a fire that started here in Redwood Valley and one over the next valley over. Just complete destruction, just everywhere, just unbelievable. But the two fires eventually merged, coming over this hill here, and became one massive fire that ended up being about 38,000 acres so far. 8 fatalities so far, and just a massive amount of destruction. See homes that burned, some that were incredibly lucky. So this is just north of our house, and as you can see, actually on both sides of the road, everything is burned to the ground, absolutely burned to the ground. And this again was just north of our house. structure standing there, everything around it burned. It's just the nature of fire. Being a firefighter for 10 years, you know, look at this destruction. Everything around here is absolutely burned to the ground. And then there's our place, which is right down the road here. This is about the last, the fire line. This is about as close as it came to our house, which is about another street down here. Incredible story. Absolutely incredible.